the general tips. What are the general advice I should follow when I start my reading section? Okay, let's see. The reading section paper here appears like that in the exam. This is a long text, as you see. Shelley Donnelly, young skateboarder, paragraph 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs, okay? And the questions appears like this way, WH question, like how old, like when, which, where, what, and so on, okay? This is the first question in the reading paper, okay? So when I start answering this question in the exam, do I have the time to read the 5 paragraphs? Surely no. Why surely no? Because the time of the exam is not suitable and not enough for you to read each line in the text. So what should we do? How could we avoid reading the whole text? Here are the tips to avoid reading the whole text. Number 1 is what here, Amna and Roseanne, skim and scan through the text very quickly until you find what you are looking for. Okay? Slow down or stop to find the right answer. You don't need to read every line or to understand every word. It means if there are some new words that I don't know, should I stop and think about their meaning? No, you don't need to do that. Just understand the general meaning of the line. The general meaning of the line and the general meaning of the paragraph, or the general idea of the whole paragraph. So number 1, skimming and scanning is a very important skill that you should practice. I'm not sure if you remember, ya Amna and Roseanne, the skimming and scanning. What skimming and scanning is? Roseanne, can you answer? Or you don't hear me?
To try to find the right answer by reading quickly and scanning the reading text.
Can you say again, please?
To try to find the right answer by reading quickly and find what we are looking for and scanning the reading text.
Thank you. Anna, what do you think of skimming and scanning? Is there a difference between skimming and scanning?
Skimming is like looking through the text quickly and like finding the answer.
And scanning?
I don't know.
Okay. Look, skimming and scanning are two connected skills, but they are somehow different. Okay? Skim means just I'm reading quickly. For what? Skimming is reading quickly for what? For only main and general ideas. Okay? Main and what? General ideas. Like what? Like, for example, this paragraph. Nowadays, every day needs to be aware of the importance of protecting the environment. Skimming means have a quick look on the first line and quick look at the last line. Why? Because I don't want to read for details. Here, I'm just reading for what? To understand what the paragraph is about. What the whole paragraph is about. Okay? Is about generally. Okay, so once we read this paragraph, what can we understand? Nowadays, everybody needs to be aware of the importance of protecting the environment. Once we read this line, we can understand that this paragraph is about what? Protecting what? Protecting the environment. So I can understand that this paragraph is about protecting the environment. I don't care about any details in the paragraph. Okay, we're just taking hints about what each paragraph is about. This is skimming. So go through the lines quickly. Go through the lines quickly to understand what the whole paragraph is about. This is skimming, but scanning, to scan, imagine somebody who is using a magnifying glass like the detective. Okay, so now you are a detective. The detective is always looking for what? The detective is looking for what?
Answer?
Searching.
The answer?
Answers, okay, Roseanne. The detective is looking for what?
Evidence.
Okay, secrets, right? He wants to identify secrets. The same, you are scanning the text to find specific details. For what? For specific details. So here, I'm not reading to understand the general idea, but I'm reading for what? To find specific details or certain answers. Look at this example. If you want to identify in what year someone was born, which skill I need to use, skimming or scanning? Can I find the answer here by going through the lines quickly? Yes or no?
No, I think we should use scan.
Okay, so we are looking for what here?
A number.
Specific details. Yes, our answer here should be what? A year, like 1987, for example, or 2008, right? So we are looking for what? For a certain and specific detail, okay? Okay, if the question is related to a certain picture in the text, here there is a photo, okay? So skimming is enough, or what? I'm looking at the, I want to discover something about the picture. So what should I do? I'm skimming, looking quickly to have what? General overview. Okay, so skimming here is enough. If the question asked me to find four details about why London is an attraction. Attraction means a good touristic place. So in this part, ya Amna, should I use skimming or scanning? Here I am looking for general idea or details. Amna.
I think it's skimming.
My question is, write down four details about why London is an attraction. So when you read the text, you should identify what? Four details, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So looking for these four details requires you to use skimming, looking quickly at the text, or scanning, looking for certain details. Skimming. Here, skimming is looking for general. So skimming is always means what? General, okay? Roseanne, but scanning is looking for what? Looking for certain, yes, certain details. So in this question, Roseanne, should we skim or scan?
Skim.
Okay, Amna said skimming. And we said that skimming is looking for general idea. But here is not general. Here I am looking for certain details about certain idea, which is London is an attraction. Okay? London is an attraction, and this is specific idea, not general. And the four details are also what? Specific idea, not general. As long as I'm looking for specific ideas, so I should do what? Amna and Roshan, I should do what? Huh? Say again.
Scanning.
Yes, yeah, it's scanning. We need to look carefully here to find this information. Look carefully for the information. Okay, Amna? Okay, Razan? So looking for certain details, specific information, not general, it means you need to scan. Okay, this is clear.
Yeah.
Clear, Razan? Okay, so we can do both skills together by starting by skimming, going dun, 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 through the lines until I find the part I'm looking for. The part I am looking for. So here I should do what? I should stop and start to do what? Scan, because here you need to find the specific information that you want. Okay, so I start skimming to identify if this paragraph is the one I can find the answer in or no. This is skimming. Quickly through the paragraph to identify if it's talking about the idea I'm looking for. If so, this is skimming. Until I find the section includes the answer I want, this is scanning because it's too specific. Okay, so again, step number one is skimming for general ideas and scanning for certain details. Okay, as I told you, we don't need to read every line and we don't need to understand every word. So if you found new words that you don't understand, don't worry, don't bother yourself. Nothing will confuse you. Just guess the meaning of this word and go quickly to find your answer. Tip 2 in the reading section is reading the question before I read the text. Reading the question before I read the text. Why should I read the question first? Because reading the question gives you an idea, okay, of what you should look for. The same example I gave to you when I said in what year somebody was born. Okay, we know what here after we read the question that we need to look for a date or a year, right? So I can go to the paragraph, looking quickly in the paragraph until I find the number, then stop to see if it's the required answer or no. So number one, read the questions before you read the text. And number two, underline the key words in the question. What we mean by the keywords in the question. Any question has keywords. These keywords can be either a noun, can be a verb, can be an adjective, can be an adverb. Okay, these are the four kinds of keywords. Any question includes some keywords that has the main point of the question. The main point of the question or the main focus of the question. So we will underline the keywords. Why? Because these keywords will be your guide to find the answer. The keywords will be what? Will be your guide to find the answer. We will apply each step one by one, don't worry. Step number 3 is to expect some synonyms and paraphrases you find in the text. What do we mean by synonyms and paraphrases? Roseanne, synonyms means what?
Words that have the same meaning.
Yes, excellent. The synonym, it means I should expect some words that have similar or close or adjacent meaning. Similar meaning words, okay? And Amna, you know what paraphrase is? Paraphrase.
I don't know how to explain it, but I know the meaning.
Yes. Can you give an example of paraphrasing if you know?
Like,
Okay, paraphrasing. Yes.
Like there's like a big word and like you find, I don't know how to explain it.
Yes, explaining it. Okay, interpreting something, making something easier. If there is an idea which sounds to be difficult, I can make it easier by paraphrasing it. Okay, so paraphrases means similar ideas, but in different words. Similar ideas, but what? In different words. It means in the question there are some words that in the text I may find their synonyms, not the same words, or I may find the writer paraphrased them. So don't expect to find same words in the question and same words in the text. Okay, the last step here is questions are almost in the order of the paragraphs, except the last question, asking you to scan the whole texts or all sections in the text. What we mean here by the questions are almost in order of the paragraphs, like what appears here in this paper. Here is the text, okay? You will find question 1 in which paragraph? The first paragraph. Question 2 after it. Next paragraph. Question 3 in the same paragraph but after question 2. And question 4 will be in the next paragraph. Question 5 will be in the next part. Question 6 will be in the next paragraph. Question 7 will be in the next paragraph. Question 8 will be in the next part. So as you see here, the order of the questions is similar to the order of the paragraphs. Is this a fixed rule? Almost 98% yes. Okay, so finally, questions are in the same order of the paragraphs. This point is clear, inshallah?
Yes.
Okay, Amna, the 4 tips here, Amna and Roseanne, are clear?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's great. So let's, yes, you have a question? Should we go on, Roseanne, or you have something to add?
No.
Okay, thank you. Let's start to apply. Number 1, as we agreed in rule number 1, read it, Amna.
Before you read the text, questions underlining the keyword.
Okay, go on.
Keywords
Continue.
are adjectives and verbs. Verbs and adverbs. How are designers in South Africa helping the environment?
Okay, thank you. This is the question. Okay, this is an exam question from past papers. And we agreed that step one, before I read the text, what should I do? I read the question first. Read the question first. Then identify the key words in the question. What are the words that give you the main focus of the question? The main focus of the question. Here, the main words are what? How the designers help environment. These are the 4 words. These are the words that give me the full understanding of the question. This one gives me the main focus of the question. Okay, how are designers, we don't care about are, we don't care about in South Africa. Help, this is a verb. Environment, this is a noun. So how designers help the environment. Now I understand the question. And number 2, I underlined the key words of the question. What is the next step? Go to the text to find these keywords in the text. Designers and environment. Designers and environment. Once you find the keywords, the main words in the text, stop. So now I'm skimming, okay, to find these words in the text. After you find them, stop to scan to find the correct answer, which is how. Okay, here in the paragraph, here is the word environment, and here is the word designers in South Africa. It means in this part, I'll find the answer. Okay, now we need to stop to find how the designers help environment. How? Read your exam.
Nowadays, everybody needs to be aware of the importance of protecting the environment. There are many original ways of recycling the things that other people throw away. Creative designers in South Africa are making new and interesting objects from rubbish and helping local communities at the same time.
Okay. The word environment here appears to be what? Local
Keyword?
communities. Okay. Local communities referring to what? The environment. Okay. How they helped their local communities. Now we need to identify the answer of how. Where is the answer of how here? He said here, creative designers in South Africa are doing what? Now I'm scanning to find specific detail. Are making new and interesting objects from rubbish. So the answer is what? Making new and interesting objects from rubbish. This process is named as what? Recycling, right? So recycling helps the environment, okay? Again, here, recycling and making new and interesting objects from the rubbish. This is what the designers are doing. Now we could identify the answer how is what? The answer is what now? Recycling or making objects from rubbish. Note here that your answers must be always what? Short answers. What we mean? You don't need to write full sentences. Full sentences are required, okay? Or no complete sentences are needed. Just write the accurate word or the accurate answer only is enough. Okay, so you don't need to write full sentence by using subject, verb, helping verb, adverbs, and so on. No, just write the only required and accurate words. Okay, so here, what is the answer? The answer can be only one single word, which is what? Recycling. That's enough. You don't need to say they used recycling to help the environment. Okay? By the way, this answer is what? It's the same meaning. Recycling, this is the needed thing. Okay? And when I said they used recycling to help the environment, this is the same meaning, but this is a very long answers. And in the exam, you don't need to write full answers or long answers. Short answers are enough. Maybe one word, a noun, maybe one adjective, maybe a number, a date, and so on. Okay, this part is clear, inshallah?
Yes, but I want to ask a question.
Yes?
Is this rule applied to all the exams? Or,
Sorry?
is this rule applied to all the exams? Or
What do you mean by
some
all
exams
exams?
have to write?
What do you mean by all exams?
Like every exam in English and the IG system?
Yes, if you are, this rule is for Cambridge exam, okay? This rule is for Cambridge exam. Also, it's applied to Oxford exam because all reading comprehension is just asking for certain answers or certain words, except the questions that asks you to explain, and this is in Oxford, not in Cambridge. Okay, some questions in Oxford exam asks you to explain a point. You understand me? So now you should tell the examiner that you understand what you are reading and expand your answer and explain it. Make it lengthy, I mean. Okay, this is clear? Okay, so it depends on the question. All questions in Cambridge here asks only about certain answers. Look here, let me zoom it. Look here. Question 1, how old was Shelley? So the answer is what here? Age, right? It may be one word, maybe 5 years or 6 years. The second question, when did she first compete? The question is what? Is asking about what? When. It means I should provide what? When is what?
Time?
This is a time, okay? It may be a year, it may be a month. Which country's team? So I should provide what? A name of what?
A
name of
country.
it? Yeah, a name of the country's team. A name of the country's team, okay? So this is also one word. Next, where? The question here is what? Where did Shelley? Yeah, so I should find what? A place. Okay, where? The second question. So it also, I should provide what, ya Anna? I understand, a place. Okay, here, what? Yes, what does Shelley do to relax? So the question is asking me about what? An activity that makes her relax, like maybe running, reading, contemplating, meditation, whatever. So also the answer may be one word. Next question, what has Shelley decided to do? So I could provide what here? An action. Why? So I should provide here what? A reason. So as you see here, in all of these questions, do I need to provide longer answers?
No.
Sure, no. With no doubt. Okay? This is why I told you to be sure that you are providing the accurate answer. We don't need to provide any unnecessary details. Okay, let's go to step number 2. So now we finished step number 1, which is what? Reading the question, identifying the key words. Identifying the key words. Then we go to the paragraph 1, because if the question is question 1, we will go to paragraph 2, if the question is paragraph 2, and so on. Okay, we may find the answer of 2 questions in 1 paragraph. We can find an answer of 2 questions in the same paragraph, like here. Question 2 and 3 both are where? In paragraph 2. And here, question 4 and 5 are both in paragraph 4. Okay. And finally, question 7 and 8 are where? In the last paragraph. So we may find an answer for 2 questions in the same paragraph. There's no problem here. Okay, let's apply step 2. Read, ya Rosan.
Step 2. Okay. Sarah is part of a team of 13 scientists who are living and working as
Rosan, just a question. Which year you are?
what? So,
Which grade you are?
I'm going to grade 10.
Grade 10. Going to grade 10.
Hmm.
Okay, excellent. Yes, read from tip 2, ya Rosan.
Okay, tip 2. Expect synonyms and paraphrases you may find in the text.
Yes, wait before you read the paragraph. We need here to expect, after we read the question, to think about what similar words I may find in the text before I read the text. The question here, ya Rosan, these 2 questions.
How many members of staff remain to manage the base after the summer?
Yes, next question.
At the base also to...
Okay, thank you. Amna, for the first question, ya Amna, we said here we should expect what synonyms of the words in the question I may find in the text. Okay? For example, how many members of staff? What words can be similar to this word in the text? What words I can expect that I may find or meet in the text that have the similar meaning to members or staff? I am... Sorry? What? What you said, ya Anna? Hello?
1 second.
Yeah, okay. We said a word that I may find. Don't read the paragraph. We don't need it. We're just expecting now. What other words we know that have the same meaning or similar meaning for members and staff?
Employees?
Yes, excellent. I may find the word employees in the text. Any other word you know? Roseanne, you know? Any word that have similar meaning to this word?
Group.
What?
Group.
Group? You said group?